Okay. The inspiration for this video was coming across a stream by a YouTuber named, hold on a second, Jack Lost Lore Scholar. Now, I'm not used to this whole shout outs and stuff like that. I don't know what the decorum is or something like that. So I'm putting the link to the video in the description. I think that's what you're supposed to do. Now, the reason I checked out the stream was the title of the stream caught my interest, which was Why Have Alignment in D&D? Now, I know that the majority of people don't like alignment. I, however, am a proponent of alignment. So I wanted to check out the video to see, what the argument was for or against, or what was going to be discussed. Now, this video was not about trashing what was said on his stream. What was said on his stream was the inspiration for me to make this video. Because Jack and the panelists on the stream, in regards to alignment, really weren't interested in alignment. They really didn't value the necessity of alignment. And again, I have no problem with what they said and stuff like that. I disagree with them. And the only issue I really have with his stream was it would have been interesting if they had somebody who was actually for the use of alignment to provide a counterpoint. Now, I would have volunteered for that, but Jack doesn't know who I am. He's not going to invite some stranger onto his stream, so I understood that. I got it. Besides, this is his stream. He can do whatever he wants. But the discussion that was happening in the stream inspired me to want to make a video to talk about the merits and benefits of alignment, because I am a proponent of alignment. I consider alignment just as much of a game mechanic as armor class and hit points. Okay? They're just as important. And I was, planning about explaining what I was going to say and how I was going to defend and justify and explain the value and use of alignment. Until someone in the chat named, hold on a second, Elvin Made In mentioned how she had written an article titled, hold on, let me get it. Oh, great, I lost it. Give me a second. I'm an idiot. Okay, hold on. The title of the article was Why Alignment Matters, Your Character's Compass in D&D. And again, I'm going to link the article in the description. Okay, hold on. There we go. So I read the article because I'm going, oh, look, someone who also agrees in the value of alignment. But I was reading the article, and again, as the title of the article suggested, it was about the moral value of alignment. I, of course, am more in regards to the game mechanics of alignment, but I read her article. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did, because the whole point of this video in explaining about alignment was about justifying it and explaining it until I read something of a point she made in her article. And I'm going to read the point. I'm going to find it first. Because here's the thing. Oh, she had also mentioned for me she asked my opinions on her article. This article is incredibly thorough. I mean, she goes through every edition of Dungeons and Dragons, explaining the use and value of alignment in each one, and like what alignment should represent in your game, how it works as a character development. It's great. It's great. And I was kind of arguing, and I was kind of agreeing and disagreeing until I came across this line, this point that she made. Contrast this with modern D&D. This is the point, where alignment has little mechanical weight. And I read that and I went, that's it. That's the whole discussion. That is literally the crux of the alignment discussion for Dungeons and Dragons in 5th edition. And the thing is, I don't think she realized the relevance of that point, because again, the point of the article was about the morality of alignment and how it applies to your character and development, stuff like that. But that's the whole discussion. That's the whole all of the arguments that players have about why they don't like alignment and why they don't use alignment, why they think alignment is irrelevant, is meaningless. Because the actual point, the actual reason they don't want to play alignment is because it offers no game mechanical value. Because here's the thing. If 5th edition had it that if you played a certain alignment and you were faithful to that alignment, if you were faithful to that alignment, it would grant you these abilities and these bonuses. All of a sudden, all of you who are going, oh, we don't need alignment is unnecessary. If 5th edition established that if you picked a certain alignment, you would gain certain bonuses and abilities, you would all be playing alignment. All of your excuses and justifications would go right out the window. Because here's the hard truth. You're all shallow. The only thing you modern day 5th edition D&D players care about in regards to a game mechanic in Dungeons and Dragons is what bonuses does it grant you. That's all you care about. I mean, you don't pick an elf over any other race because you want to play an elf. No, you pick an elf over any other race because you want the specific bonuses and abilities that an elf grants you. You will pick a dwarf over any other race, not because you're going, hey, you know what? I feel like I want to play a dwarf. No. You pick a dwarf because you want the bonuses and abilities that a dwarf grants you. Being the dwarf is just secondary. That's an afterthought. But you're picking a certain race for the bonuses and abilities that it provides. And if alignment did the same thing, if you find out that lawful good granted these bonuses and abilities, and chaotic good offered these bonuses and abilities, and neutral good offered these bonuses and abilities, you would go, okay, which bonuses do I want? Oh, I want these bonuses. I'm lawful good. Here's the thing. You would not, if alignment offered bonuses and abilities, you would not pick an alignment based on what your character would want to be. You would not base an alignment on what you as the player would want to play. No, you would pick an alignment the same way you picked a race. What bonuses and abilities does that alignment give you? And you would all love alignment. That's the discussion of alignment. Everything else is just window dressing. It's just fake. And here's the bonus. If the evil aligned alignments, neutral evil, chaotic evil, or lawful evil, not only had certain bonuses and abilities, but also had certain disadvantages, you players would insist that the DM incorporate those alignments to whatever monsters or creatures or NPCs you were going up against. Why? Because you want to know what disadvantages they're going to grant and how the DM has to apply it. It's like, oh, we're going up against an orc, and an orc is lawful evil. Okay, he has these disadvantages. so you will know how to play it. That's the alignment discussion. The only reason you don't like alignment and the reason you don't play alignment is because it offers no game mechanic bonus. And if alignment offered a game mechanic bonus, you would all be playing alignments. You would all be playing alignments. And if any alignment offered any, heaven forbid in 5th edition, anything offers a disadvantage in regards to character creation. But let's say alignment, the evil alignments offered disadvantages and negative traits. None of you would play alignment. None of you would play the evil alignments. Because guess what? You do not like restrictions. You do not like penalties. Because 5th edition literally got rid of all of the penalties, all of the restrictions, and that's why you all play 5th edition as opposed to any of the earlier editions. Because what? If I'm an elf, I can't play a paladin? Oh, I'm not playing this edition of Dungeons & Dragons. What? If I play a dwarven fighter, I'm only restricted to 8th level? Oh, I can't do that. I can't handle that. That's ridiculous. Which is my original point for why you guys don't like alignment, because alignment restricts you. But here's the thing. If alignment offered bonuses and abilities, you would pick the alignment, and then you would just ignore it. You would just role play around it. But yet you wouldn't actually play the alignment. You would just pick the alignment so that you could have the bonuses and abilities. You wouldn't actually play it. You would just try and role play around it like you do everything else. But yeah, just thought I'd let you all know about why the real reason you don't like alignment and why you don't want to play alignment is it offers no game mechanical value. And if alignment offered some kind of game mechanical value, you would all play it. You would, at the very least, you'd all pick one. You would at least pick one, and you'd be going, oh yeah, alignment's great. You don't actually play it, but you'll still pick it. And like I said, somebody has to explain and reveal the actual, real, true reason you guys don't play alignment. And ain't nobody else gonna do it, so I have to. Because I'm here for you. I do this for you. It's just the kind of guy I am. In regards to Elven Made In, she asked me to poke her. I have no idea what that is. So I'm going to put a link to her article in the description as well. And she also wanted my take on her article. And I think it's a great article. I mean, she's incredibly thorough. She covers every angle. Like in her article, she doesn't just explain the value of the role-playing and world-building mechanics of alignment just for the players. She also incorporates how the DMs can apply it and how it's valuable as a DM tool for world-building and characters and stuff like that. I think it's a great article, but the problem with the article is people who already play alignment and already use alignment, they're gonna love this article. They're gonna love this article. But if anybody who doesn't play alignment, for again the reasons I said, this article is not going to convince anybody. It's a great article. It's just not going to convince anybody because, as I said, she made a solid point in her article where the crux of the entire argument in regards to alignment, and I'll say it again, is that if it doesn't offer any game mechanical bonus, they're not going to care. And unfortunately, it renders the real reason people aren't playing alignment has nothing to do with the reasons she's trying to dismantle and counterpoint against. It has everything to do with the fact that if playing an alignment had a bonus, everybody would be playing an alignment, and they wouldn't even be playing alignment for the reason she's expressing and establishing in the article. like I said, it's a great article, but for anybody that doesn't actually play alignment and doesn't like alignment, it's nobody. They're not going to finish it. They're not going to read it because they're going to go, well, no, yeah, but because here's the thing: for any argument people have for not playing alignment, this article dismantles. Okay, whatever argument you have, like forget my point of the crux of the argument is if it had a bonus, you would all use it. But even without that, because it doesn't have that, any argument anybody has for why they don't want to play alignment, this article dismantles. And because of that, people who don't play alignment will not like this article because it literally establishes why you're wrong in a nice way in a nicer way that I would ever do, because I'm not as nice as Elvin made in. I'll tell you that right now. She's actually trying to, help you, whereas I'm like, yeah, no, you're all. I don't want to swear. You're all fake. You're all fake. You're all BS or whatever. Anyway, just a video that caught that I did on a whim and just caught my interest in. To be fair, in regards to, what's his name again? Jack Lost Lore Scholar. He's okay, not my type of content. But again, since he inspired this video, I would say give his video or his channel a chance. He gives perspectives that I don't agree with, but I'm sure some of you might agree with, but everybody has their own tastes. But so, thank you. Hold on. It's almost like I have no idea what I'm doing. Thank you, Jack Lost Lore Scholar, for inspiring this video. And thank you, Elvin Made In, for actually explaining and bringing up a point that literally cuts through the BS of everybody's argument for why they don't play alignment. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm out of here. See ya.